What y'all got going on today, man? What's good? What the fuck y'all got going on, man? It's all good in the hood on my end, man. I just decided to tap in for a few minutes, man. I ain't know how long I'm gonna be here, but I'm gonna tap in, man, see what's going on, man. Tapped in a few days, man. Y'all already know. Normally I come in at the top of the top, man, but shit been hectic lately, man. Real spill, man. Shit been hectic lately. And that's for real. How y'all doing this evening, man? Y'all already see one man at the crib chilling, man. Ain't too much going on, man. I just decided to tap in. What's up, what's up? What y'all think about that video today, man? Live inside that Telford unit, man. Keep trying to tell y'all it's tough out there, man. It's tough out there, man. It's hard, man. What's good, Lewis, man? Like I said, I'm just tapping in. I ain't want nothing, man. I ain't tapped in a few days. I already know y'all used to that top of the top, man, but I ain't been able to make it, man, because when you trying to get it like you live, man, you can't always be on time, man. And that's what I be trying to tell y'all, man. I would love to stay on this camera all day, but ain't no way I can do it, man, if I want to take care of business, man. So I got to just pop in and pop out, man, you know, kind of like a pop-up shop. But before I get too far into this, man, I'm always acknowledge the people that check in on the channel, man. Because like I said, this is the people's channel, man, but and without y'all, it wouldn't be no channel, man. It's 13 in, man. That's pretty good, man. We only been on 2 minutes, man. And y'all already know when I come on, I'm gonna keep it 110, man. And that's for real, man. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever y'all want to call it. I've been up since 2:30 though. I've been up since 2:30 this morning, man. Finna get ready to go back out, man. You know, the only reward for work, guess what that is? More work. So, ain't no sitting down, man. You know, you got to be able to go, in other words, like I said, I call it on call, man. You know, everything is on call, man, when you're trying to get to the finish line, man. That's for real. Yeah, I laugh too. What's good, Kyle, man? I'm just tapping in, man. I don't want nothing, man. I always like to tap into the people, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's for real, man. What's up, Peasy? What's up, nephew? And I ain't even tapped in with you lately, man, so you already know I've been on the go, man. Like I said, sometimes I just need to tap in and talk to somebody too, shit. Everybody needs to talk to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Even when it ain't about shit. It's just so much bullshit going on, man. Guess what? You got to surround yourself with people of value, man. That's for real, man. Damn boogeyman in the house, man. That's for real. AKA King Breezy, man. H-Town, man. Like I said, normally I'd be here at the top of the tops, man. But it's been tough on me lately, man. So we got a couple more days to that day room time, man. Y'all go in them comments, man. Tell me what y'all want to talk about, man. This is the people's channel, man. I can't schedule all this shit. I need some help every now and then, man. You know? I need some help every now and then to schedule them day room talks, man, because lately, every time somebody comes to the day room, you know, and I ain't gonna say you got, it's a lot of character flaws, man, but everybody think different, man, you know what I'm saying? So you late on the rent, huh? So guess what? Let me ask this here. You need $156.22. Guess what? I need that a whole bunch of times. When I was doing that life sentence, man, I couldn't find it nowhere. I couldn't even find nobody to give it to me. So guess what? I had to get it like I live, man. And that's why I say it's tough out here, man. It's tough everywhere, man. That's why you got to wake up with a plan every day, and you got to go to sleep with a plan to see where you're going to get the next dime from, man. Because every dime spent is a dime that's not counted, and that's for real, man. Real facts, man. Real facts, man. You already know I'm trying to keep some good content, man, because you know what? It's way too much fake shit going on, man. You know, way too much fake shit going on, man. I really be trying to bring some authentic shit, man, but I want to bring authentic, but still different. And out on that, I want to get the people, you know what I'm saying, a chance to come in, man, and see what they think, man. Because like I say, it's tough, man. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. So we all together, man, we can create a hell of a channel, man. We just do it together, man. You know what I'm saying? Versus just sitting at the house, waiting till I come on, or waiting till the content come up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got content, man. Like I said, it's a people's channel, man. Just show up. All you have to do is show up with your content and see how far we can go with it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I like to do it, man. I really do feel like this, man. All platforms are meant to be shared, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's for real. Real spill, man. So first of all, let me ask this question, man. Look, yeah, we all black men. First and foremost, I acknowledge that we are all black men, right? And just for the record, me personally don't hate nobody. It takes a lot of energy to hate somebody, and I don't have enough time in the day to be hating people that I don't know. And even if I do know you, I ain't got enough time, enough energy to focus on that. So let the record reflect on that, man. I can only speak for me. I can't speak for the whole world. So understand that. Nobody in society or alone in this world that I hate. Not even the people that had me confined to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. And I saw them every day. And I didn't hate none of them. Why? Because all they was trying to do was get a check and feed their family. I put myself in that position to get shots called on me. So guess what? And they was there to call the shots. So let that be the last time that y'all come at me with hate. I don't hate nobody. And even if you do hate me, guess what? That's on you. Because you don't know me and I don't know you. And that's real spill. So move that shit on to the next page, man. And that's real. So for anybody out there, even with the thought of that, man, you know, it take a hell of a person to even make that assumption, especially about somebody you don't even know, right? But I ain't got to even explain that, man. And not only that, my life is way bigger than prison. So I ain't even come on here to talk about no prison, man. I'm so far away from that shit, it's pitiful. As you can see, people in prison got white clothes on. I don't. I don't have no white clothes on. I'm not sitting in no cell. So I can elaborate on it, yeah, because that's my past life. And I spent a lot of time in there, right? But guess what? I associate myself with people that write checks. Because you can't have ain't no fucking soups and chips and all that shit gonna pay for this. They ain't trying to hear that shit. You gotta be able to write a check. That's what you got to be able to write. So when you come at me with some fucking sense. Don't come at me thinking my whole life revolved around being locked up. And that's for real. I did that, done that, been there, that shit over with, man. And that's for real. So I don't go back and forward talking about somebody else's motherfucking prison cell, because if you continue to talk about that shit, guess what's gonna happen? 9 out of 10, you're gonna land right back in that motherfucker. And that's for real. And I can't, like I said, I can't speak for nobody else. I can only speak for me. I stand alone. As I always say, I'm a lion, and I hunt alone. And that's facts. You've never ever heard me say that I am affiliated with shit other than who I am. And that's for real. So, move around with that shit, man. Oh, okay, it's shot time. Real spill. Go on under the stars, man. But these ain't the stars for shot time right here. All this is wood. Them other stars is motherfucking iron and all that shit, right? So, I mean, you can get under the stars if you want to. All you gotta do is do the wrong thing. They'll put your ass back under the stars. They'll put you back under the stars, man. But let me get to this, man. For real. Shout out Nacho, man. I don't know why you tripping, Nacho, man. I told you I already need to get back on the channel, man. Cause guess what need to happen? I need you to show up to the day room, man. I need you to show up to the day room, man. Because you know we got history together, man. That's why I was telling these people, man, I don't hate laws. I don't hate TDC guards. I don't hate fucking police officers. I don't hate nobody that has to do a job and feed their family, man. I respect that, man. And that's real spirit. But I tell you this, when I was committing criminal activities and I was a criminal, I hated that shit. I hated the laws until I grew up and understood that people just trying to feed their family, man. And that's the job that they took. And it's a dangerous job, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to respect everything and everybody around you, man. But main thing, you just got to keep it pushing, man. You just got to keep it pushing, man. And I know all of us can't do that shit. All of us can't keep it pushing. Because guess what you're going to do? You're going to judge this man on the next man's actions when it don't even have nothing to do with you. So think about what I'm saying. Don't judge nobody else for nobody else's actions, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. And another thing, you know that word benefit of the doubt, right? Most people in life, man, has been getting a doubt a long, long time versus getting the benefit. You know what I'm saying? Try that. Try giving somebody the benefit before you give them the doubt. Or tell somebody to give you the benefit before they doubt you, right? And that's how they work, man. And that's real spirit, man. For real. Nacho, King B said, what's up, man? And I already know who that is. Yeah. King Beezy, man. Boogie, man. H-Time. It's almost day room time, Nacho, man. Show up, man. Don't act like you're scared, man. Many doors you done roll, man. Show up, man. Y'all already know what to do, man. Come to the day room, man. You gotta bring your mental with you, man, because you already know that shit gonna get tested, man. And that's for real. So, like I said, man, I ain't want shit, man. I mean, I'm just tapping, man. I had a break in between, man. So you know what I said, let me go on and go live. Oh, another thing, I want to give a big shout out, man, to those that purchased that Savage Drive, man. Yeah, that's what I really want to give that shout out to, man. This is how you give back right here. It ain't giving back to me. It's giving back to the channel. You know what I'm saying? And as you give back, the channel grow and push people in new directions, man. Like Uncle Sam Slaughter. After 38 years when he came home, and I was able to help him get in the car that he's in. And that's for real. Say it ain't so, man. Say it ain't so. He's Lee in the house, man. Say, man, I appreciate you, man. You've been tapping in for a long time, man, from day one, man. This is day one that just tapped in, man. This is day one that just tapped in, man. Real spill, man. When everybody else doubted the channel, man, he wasn't the one that doubted the channel, man. Been tapping in for a long time. I appreciate you, man. You the motivation for me to keep forward, man. Even if I left the scene for 6 months. Because I doubted I was gonna come back and do this, man. because I didn't understand that this is a slow process, man. And now I know this got to be built brick by brick, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't no fast process, man. Not even in life is a fast process. And that's for real, man. But I'm letting you know, man, that's from me to you, man. You a real one, man. And it's all good on your end, too, and my end, man. You my motivation for coming back after 6 months, man. I know after 6 months off of the YouTube, and you still was tapped in, man. And that's for real, man. For y'all that don't know, man, it's some day ones that still tapped in, man. Even after I fell off, they still was there. And so that's the reason why I'm still here, man. Because I understand, man, that me and the message don't mean a lot to a whole lot of people. But some people get it. Some people get the real message, man. They understand, man, that it's a struggle, man. You know, we as a people, it's a struggle, man. And it's hard to kind of maintain anything in life if you're not putting the work in, man. And that's for real, man. Cause it was hard just for me to get here, man. And people might not know that because for one, of the accomplishments I've made since I've been here, it was hard to get that shit, man. And that's for real. Try this on for size. After doing 25 flat and coming home, have to accept a job for $775. How many men you think would have gave up and went back? A lot of them. 11 years ago, I was making $775 an hour, to be honest. I was working a part-time job on the leg monitor at the Salvation Army, making $775 an hour, and that's for real. But I knew one thing, that I could not return back to where I came from. Oh, and by the way, let me share this here, right? You ask people about my past history inside that jungle with them sharks, right? I had to be who I was in order to get out, right? For those that don't know, it's hard to get out of that motherfucker with a life sentence and keep your mental intact. But I'm gonna tell you this here. My most major accomplishment in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, not how many fights I won, not how many female officers that I was involved with, not how many packs and sacks that I sold to the inmates in prison. The most major accomplishment that I got when I was in prison is when I achieved the GED and went on to add 2 college degrees to my prison resume in 25 years. Never thought I'd be able to do that. So as we speak now, or as I speak, this is what people ain't gonna tell you about me. That's why I'm telling you. 2 college degrees in prison is hard to hell to do for a man that served a life sentence. You know how much focus you gotta have to get that? You gotta have a lot of focus and determination. And that's for real. But I will say this. That's why I'm so successful today. Because I put the work in. And that's what most people don't want to do, is put the work in. It took me 25 years to find out who the fuck I really was. 25 years. That's how long it took me to find out who the fuck I was. So when you hear the name and people say Hollywood this, Hollywood that, all that's fine and dandy. But I don't get excited about that. Only if they knew what I was before I went to that motherfucker and where I was supposed to be. I blew it. I blew it. But at the end of the day, I knew one thing. I knew I had to stand on real life business if I wanted to ever be successful once that door opened up. I had to do that. I had to get something in black and white. So when I enter a place of business, these folks know one thing, that this man is qualified to do whatever the fuck he want to do. Some have done it without that. Now I applaud them, right? But I couldn't have did it without that, man. Convicted felon can't do it without that. You gotta have substance to go behind the shit that you talk about. And what I mean by substance, you got to be able to land your feet 10 toes down and be for real about the shit that you do. So like I say, when you hear people speak my name and it's entwined with the prison shit, it's all fine and dandy. But they don't know about the other shit though. They don't broadcast that. They don't broadcast that. The real shit that's gonna open doors, right? They don't talk about that. It's the same thing like in the world. In the world, that's why I call the day room the free world day room. It's only a big day room, man. It's only a big day room. So when people come to the day room, they exchange thoughts and ideas, man. And sometimes it don't end well. But it all depends on what you put in and what you're gonna get out, right? But you gotta be able to walk away with something, man. And at the end of the day, you gotta bring it back and reflect on what it was that you learned that day. And that's for real. So like I say, when you think about me, or the next time you get ready to say some negative shit about me, put that in there too. And say, you know what, I can say whatever I want to say about this nigga. He went down there and took care of business. Because half of these people in society could never walk in my shoes, man. Not up against that. Not up against that. And since the little time that I've been on YouTube, especially in the comment section, when they make weird ass comments, spell check it, man. Because some of you motherfuckers are so illiterate, man, it's pitiful. And you don't even have an excuse to be like that because you've never been nowhere. I'm the one supposed to be dumb. I'm the one did 25 years. And that's for real. But half of you motherfuckers can't even spell, man. And you got the audacity to try to disrespect the motherfucker. That's what I think about you, man. But I can eat you alive from conversation, man. Oh, by the way, one of those degrees was a psychology degree, and I had to study criminal justice. But the only reason I can't use the criminal justice piece of it, because I'm a convicted felon. And that's facts. So that's why I tell you all the time, it's mental. It's mental. Yeah, it's mental. Yeah. That's why I say it's mental. Because that's what I major in. I major in psychology. So there's nothing wrong with my head at all. And I'm really talking to the ones that don't have an education but need one. And that's facts, man. And I can't give it to you no more real than that. I ain't gonna talk about your living conditions, what you ain't doing or what you should be doing. I'm just saying, the very next time you try to criticize somebody, look at yourself and be honest about your shortcoming. You don't have no excuses. You've never been nowhere other than at home. You ain't been nowhere other than at home. And that's facts, man. So, like I said, I'm gonna tap in, but I'm gonna tap in with some real shit though. I ain't tapping in with no weak shit. But don't mind me, or you just might miss the message, man. And anything I do is only for motivational purposes, man. It's never to encourage you to go one way or the other, man. You grown. If you came on here today and tapped in with me, you got to be grown. But I tell you this, you even have to be here. Because there's a lot of other shit going on. And the attention span in the world is this short. So you only pay attention to the shit that you like or that you're interested in. And that's for real. You only pay attention to the shit that you like or you're interested in. So you can say what you want to say about the situation, but you don't even have to be here. There's a lot of other shit going on. There's a lot of other shit going on. But I can't lie to you. You've been lied to all your whole life. Or you've been around people that have been telling you what you want to hear your whole life. I can't do it, man. And I don't even want people to do me like that. Tell me the truth. Constructive criticism is the best thing in the world for a man or a woman to get because it builds character. But if you ain't got no character, then you searching for it. And I ain't talking about the shit that make you laugh. I'm talking about the shit when you open your icebox up, it's got some food in it. Or when you check your bank account, it's got some money in it. I don't know who I'm talking to. If that's you, you need to change that shit, man. And that's for real. Because you ain't got no excuse. You ain't got no excuse. And that's for real, man. And that's for real, man. So, but like I said, I understand it's hard out here, man. It's tough out here, man. It's real tough, man. I learned that the day I got out. When I looked around, and them motherfuckers say, man, we offering you $775. And I looked around, I said, I'll be damned, man. I got 2 fucking college degrees, man. These motherfuckers say $775. But I ain't got no plan B. I'm up against a whole lot. 25 in the can, ain't tech savvy, don't even know how to go through the Walmart line. So what other choice did I have? I had to put my mouthpiece in, bite down, man, and lace up my shoes and get it like I live. But guess what? It took me years to get that. And that's for real. It took me years to get that, man. But I understood one thing, man, because I got a board. And once I moved to the next check mark, they let me know I'm going somewhere. Because I don't wake up every day without a plan, man. A man that don't plan is a man that plan to fail. I don't know who I'm talking to. So if you've been waking up every morning and you ain't got no plan, then you plan to fail. And like I say, I ain't got shit slick to say. It's nothing slick. I don't have no tricks, nothing slick. I don't have none of that shit. Because I've learned this. The best way to reach anything is straight up. And that's how I operate. And the people around me, that's how they operate. Because like I say, if I'm the smartest one in the room, then we fuck. In other words, what I'm saying, I don't know it all. I don't know it all. So I have to have people around me that know it all. Or know some of the things that I don't know. And that's for real. But what I do know is this. Most people think I wear this hat to represent a unit. I don't. I wear this fucking hat and this shit across my chest. It reminds me of a place that I never want to go back to. That's why I wear this shit. That's why I wear it. It reminds me of the shit that I went through. And the only way for me to keep that shit at bay is to keep this shit right here. To let me know that it's still there and it still exists, man. And that's why I tell you, you don't have to been nowhere to wear this shit, man. Anything in your life that has brought tremendous pain to you, you keep that shit in the front of you so you don't want to return. In other words, what I'm saying, and this is an old school saying, I'd be damned if I trade a ham in for a bowl of beans. I'd be damned if I trade a ham in for a bowl of beans. Although beans are a meat substance, but it's nothing like eating a ham versus beans, man. Because after the beans is gone, it's only juice. Been there, done that. And that's for real. Yeah, and that's for real. I seen somebody say somebody in post. Let me share this with you, man. You know, one time I went to get evaluated by a psych, man, during my younger years. Never forget. And that's what they diagnosed me as, an in-post thinker. I move without acting, or I move without thinking. I was diagnosed as an in-post thinker. That's what he said. I never forgot that. I studied that, an in-post thinker. And that was at an early age they did that. Yeah. They sent the young black man to see a psychiatrist. Why? Because I was in an oppressed situation. I was being raised in poverty, and everything in the world was against me. But they say I was an in-post thinker. But it only comes from people that never had to wake up with nothing to fucking eat. But they wouldn't understand that piece of it right there. They diagnosed me as an in-post thinker. Look at me now. Look at me now. I like to see that fucking shrink, or whatever his name was, to ask me, am I an in-post thinker? Look at me now. I got the same fucking degree he got. The same fucking degree that he got. Look at me now. And coming from the background that I came from. And you know what? The only person in the world that can reap the reward for that is me. I'm the only one that can reap the reward for that, man. Because I got up every morning facing my situation. And in that jungle with all them fucking sharks. But my fin stayed sharp, though. Never wavered. Stood tall. Stayed sharp. Some say I was institutionalized. That's what they say. But anytime you put aside an institution, you got to adapt to the institution that you're in. Even a free society. We in an institution now. You have to adapt to it, though. Institution is like this, man. Is when you do repetitive things over and over and over and over and over and over, it's the same thing we do in society, man. So we're all institutionalized to the world, but that's a good institution, right? But the only chances I take now is reward chances, man. And I measure my risk up against reward. If the risk is bigger than the reward, I don't fuck with it. And that's for real. So that's my advice to people that take chances. Measure your risk up against your reward. And if the answer is no, then back up. Back up, because it ain't gonna end well. And that's for real. I once was a criminal, man. I thought like one. But the only thing that make you a criminal is when you commit criminal activities. Been there, done that, man. And that's for real, man. But it's a thing that stuck with me, man, that Mr. Elijah Cummings said before he died, man, is that only thing I fuck with now is good trouble. I get in good trouble. Yeah, benefit trouble. And we're gonna get judged every day, man. So, you know, surround yourself with people of value, man. Somebody that's gonna bring some real shit to your life, man, some substance. Because you got a lot of people that talk a lot of good shit, man. They just talk, man. They just talk. And I've been around a whole lot of motherfuckers that talk. You know? But when you get tired of that, when you get tired of people that's clapping for you, then that's when you'll cross over. Then you'll start to understand, but you'll start to learn too, right? You'll start to learn, man. You'll be surprised that how many people been in the free society nowadays that don't even know how to operate a computer. They never been nowhere in their whole life. But here, you'll be surprised. Because I was. But I'm the one supposed to be the dumb motherfucker. Because my past history say that I'm supposed to be dumb. And it ain't to talk about nobody, man, because I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time for that, man, because time is you know, it's of essence, man. It waits on no man nor woman, man. And that's for real. So, like I said, man, teach yourself, man. I'm self-taught. I'm self-taught. You talking to a man that didn't even have a fucking GED. I ain't even have a GED, man. I went to fucking prison when I was 19 years old without a GED. Went to school, did just like everybody else did. When nobody wanted to look, and throw the fucking books down and went somewhere else. Until I went to the wrong place at the wrong time. And 25 years later, guess what? It was dark as fuck for me. Didn't know how I was gonna get back, man. But like I said, I held myself accountable, man. And did just like they did in the military. I blocked this shit out, man. But I blocked it out knowledgeable, not with fucking psychotic drugs, not with fucking K2, none of that shit. Every moment, every step I took, I knew exactly what the hell was going on. That's why my mind is strong like it is now. That's why my body is not fucking ran down. That's why I'm fucking physically fit right now. Because I knew one thing. I had to be in it for the long haul. I had to be in it for the long haul. And my long haul is different from the next man's long haul. In other words, I don't have a lot of miles on me. Because when they wasn't sleeping, I was asleep. Because I knew one thing. Anything that was meant for me, I was gonna get it anyway. Whether it was good or whether it was bad. I had already brought enough destruction to the fucking world. I already did that. And anything that came my way was destructive. I didn't look at people and say, oh, you fucked over me. No, I had that coming. I had that coming. Why? Because I put destructivism in the atmosphere when I was free. So that's why I don't understand when you put a lot of destructive shit in the atmosphere and then one day that shit happens to you, you feel like, oh, they fucked over me. No. Nobody fucked over you. Look at all that other shit you put out there. Now it's your time. So eat that. It's the same thing when your character get assaulted. Look how many motherfuckers' character you done assaulted your whole life. But now your character get assaulted, you get offended. And there's so many people out here like that. And that's facts. Yeah. And that's facts. And that's why I say, man, it's just, the only way you win in anything you in, guess what? You gotta challenge yourself. And some of us not good at that. You know why? Because we not self. How can I be me if I'm smoking and I'm drinking and I'm popping fentanyls? How can I be me? Right? I used to say this when I used to drink. I drive better when I'm drunk. What stupid motherfuckers say that? That was me. How in the hell you drive better when you drunk? You driving to kill somebody. If that's you, then I'm talking to you. If you think you do anything better when you on a foreign substance, you got a problem. You got a problem. Anything you do in life, you have to be sober so there won't be no excuses. And that's for real. You have to be sober, man. And that's not no knock on nobody that gets high. I got a lot of homeboys that smoke. Love them to death. But ask them what I tell them. When is enough is enough? Because when it's time for a business deal, I need you to be sober. I can't have you showing up 40 minutes late because you tried to roll that last blunt. I can't have you showing up to the place of business leaning, as they call it. Now, I know y'all don't want to hear this, but I don't give a fuck because I don't smoke or drink. So what? But the only way that you're going to be successful in anything you do, guess what? You have to be sober. And that's for real. That's for real. So, you notice I ain't blocking nobody from coming in here because like I say, a mental spark, I'm up for it. So let me address this. It said hating on your own people is a drug too, right? I don't know if there was a direct shot at me or you were just asking that specific question, right? But I'm gonna answer it for you, right? I'm gonna say that and say it again. It takes a hell of a lot of energy to hate somebody that you don't even know. Understand that. Understand that. But I will say this. Everybody, every day, character is gonna be tested. I don't give a fuck where you at. Whether you at home, whether you on the job, whether you in the streets. Your character is not gonna appeal to everybody. Get used to it. It's like a dog chasing his tail. If you do that every day and you worry about that in which what you said, whoever you was, I don't know, really don't give a fuck. I really don't. But I will say this, is that, yeah, people of color got a long way to go. Damn right we do. I give you that much. We got a long way to go. And that's for real. We got a long way to go. And I already admitted to my negative energy that I put in the air. I put a lot of that shit in the air. I did that. But how many people other than me gonna step up and say that? Rome wasn't built overnight. It took me 25 years to get 2 fucking college degrees, when most of the time it take people 8 years to get that shit. So don't tell me about me. I know about me. And that's for real. So, holding the next man accountable. Let's talk about that. In life, the only person that you really, really, truly can hold accountable is self. Because self-preservation is the first law of nature. Never forget that. Self-preservation. So that means hold yourself accountable. Don't wait for nobody else to come along and tell you you fucked up. You know you fucked up because you the one fucked up. Or don't go and commit a crime and get in front of the judge and all of a sudden you start saying, yes, sir, only to try to play on the system. That shit don't work, man. Because you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool them all the time. And the main person you can't fool is yourself. It's just like wearing a size 10 and you trying to squeeze in a 9.5. You getting a 9.5 to go around your homeboys, no goddamn way your feet hurting. Can't wait to get back home, to take the shoe off, but you want to look good. That's what I mean by holding yourself accountable. Take that small ass shoe off and put the right shoe on. Regardless of whether it's a Jordan or it's a fucking Converse. It's you. And that's real. In other words, what I'm saying, quit faking. Quit faking. Quit faking, man. And I ain't just talking, I was faking too. What the fuck you mean? I was faking. But the only motherfucker I couldn't fake out was me. So when I speak, I'm speaking to me too. I ain't just speaking to y'all, I'm speaking to me. I was faking. I was faking so much when the motherfucking courtroom, the man said, you know what, you been faking so goddamn much, I'm gonna give you a life sentence. Yeah. That's when I knew that shit was real. Playtime over with. Yeah. Playtime over with. Ain't no motherfucking more playing. So, like I said, man, I ain't got no slick ass words. I ain't got no catchphrases. I ain't got none of that shit. I don't bring none of that shit to the table. But I got a hell of a motherfucking track record that follow me. And can't no motherfucking body tell me what I've been through or what I've done. And it's not braggable. I ain't got to brag on shit, man. But the most part about it, I ain't got shit to prove to nobody either. So you can say, people, you know, you can, say what you want to say, feel how you want to feel. And that's just straight up. But I'm going to say what the hell I want to say. And you can say what you want to say. But it don't make you wrong. But at the end of the day, it don't make you right either. It don't make you right, or it don't make you wrong. That just means you said what you wanted to say, and I said what I wanted to say. Understanding beats the world. And everything understood don't need to be explained. You know your position just as well as I know mine. I think that's the problem. Everybody want to be number one. Nobody wants to be number two. Tom Brady was number two for a long time until Drew Brees got hurt. Until Drew Bledsoe got hurt. And look what happened. The whole fucking world know him as TB12. Broke a lot of hearts. And that's why I always say, when I operate up under TB12 rule. If there's any time left on the clock, I'm gonna beat your ass. You ain't gonna outwork me, and you ain't gonna outthink me. Because when you sleep, I'm up. Just like now, I've been up since 2:30 this morning, and still wide awoke. So just know, when you enter the arena with me, you better get some motherfucking sleep. You better get some sleep. Because I've been up. Been up. So like I say, I'm just tapping in, man. Getting you some jewels. But you can't put this shit around your neck, though. The shit I get, you can't wear it. It don't shine. You can't put these jewels around your neck. And that's facts. But at the end of the day, it's all love, peace, and blessings, like I say. Right? Could be wrong. Who knows? But I never get upset at a person that I never met or the person that never met me. In other words, what I'm saying, if that's you, you caught up in your own game. Don't like me. Whatever you do, don't like me. Because I might decide tomorrow to wake up and guess what? I might not want to do this. I might get called to do something else. So don't like me. You know why I don't want you to like me? Because when people go against me, you'll hate that person. And that's fucked up. And that's fucked up. Don't do that. Don't like me. Just accept what I gotta say and use it, right? I've been a teacher for a long time and don't have to say who I've taught because I let them tell you. But I've taught people years and years ago, and I can see it right now in the world today to say the same thing. Man, what you told me on this day right here, I still use to this day, and that's facts. But do not get caught up in me. Because the very first time you hear somebody go against me, you're gonna hate that person and you don't even know that person. I think that's the major mistake that's on this internet shit. You get caught up in the people, and the very first time somebody says something against that person, it's automatic. You don't like this person, and that's fucked up. So don't like me. Accept what I have to say, accept it, reject it, whatever you want to do with it, but just process it. And know one thing, if I don't care what nobody feels about me, then the next person shouldn't care. Because every day I wake up, guess what? I wake up with a plan to win. Because I fall up under TB12 rule effect. My IQ is very, very sharp. Very, very sharp. But the very first time you worry about something else, they got you. It's the remote control. They can turn you on, they can turn you off. And that's facts. So like I say, I don't come to you with no fucking rhymes, no riddles, none of that shit. And it's nothing in my hand, so it's not scripted. I can speak like this. I can speak like this. And that's real spill. Self-taught. Went to prison when I was fucking 19. Didn't even have a GED. I'm self-taught. Self-taught. But you can put me in an arena and guess what? You'll never know I've been in a fucking prison until I tell you. And that's for real. So, don't get me mixed up with the rest of these people you see on YouTube. Whatever you do, don't do that. Because how many of them gonna tell you don't like them? How many of them gonna tell you don't like them? Because they want you to like them. They want you to get caught up in them. Yeah, they want you to get caught up in them. But I'm telling you, don't like me. Don't like me. Because my calling is bigger than this. My calling is way bigger than this. So, it's kind of like a bag of Lay's potato chips, man. It's like a bag of Lay's potato chips, man. I'm way bigger than YouTube, man. I'm way bigger than this, man. Because I can speak to thousands of people in an arena. Because it's not practice, man. It's no practice, man. And I know y'all, some of y'all was brought up on say, practice makes perfect. But with me, practice makes permanent. And that's for real. Practice makes permanent. And that's all I gotta say, man. But Rome wasn't built overnight. Rome wasn't built overnight. And before I get out here, I'll say this, man. Anybody that's struggling, man, let that struggle be your strength, man. Because without that, it wouldn't be you. But never let your past define your fucking future either. Fuck what you did 30 years ago. We living in the present. And the people won't know about now. It's all about the now. That's why you never ever heard me talking about what I did 30 years ago. Real facts. So, you know, and that's for real. And let me share this. Most people think the Ferguson Chronicle was created to bring prison stories to the screen, right? No. The Ferguson Chronicle was created because I got a fucking degree in psychology. And when they come on this channel, they know me. So they don't have to go to a fucking therapist or pay to go to a psychologist. I'm in-house. And you can sit next to me. You can't touch them fucking people in them big ass offices without having to pay. But my fucking degree says the same as theirs. So who you must prefer to sit next to? A man that come from the same struggle you come from, or the people that you don't even know? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I am who I am for a reason, man. And like I said, can't nobody take that away from me. Nobody. That was my biggest accomplishment when I was in that motherfucker. Me understanding who I was and where I had to go and what it took for me to get there. And that's facts. So, y'all stay blessed up, man. Stay prayed up, man. Guess what? Duty calls for me elsewhere, man. I would love to do this all day because I know one thing. When I speak, it's different. It hit different, as they say. In other words, you know real shit from chicken shit. Facts, man. This is just a stepping stone for me, man. It's a real stepping stone for me. But on my vision board, it's way bigger, man. On a bigger level. It's on a bigger level, man. So like I said, man, stay patient, stay vigilant, and most of all, try to stay sober. Notice what I said, try. That's what it all starts with. It starts with an effort of regaining your fucking mind. So until next time, man, salute.